One of my most desired fantasies is to be next to someone who's talking shit about me or about someone next to me in Spanish, thinking that I don't understand what they say, when in reality I know more Spanish than half the fucking people in New York that claim to be Puerto Rican. I just want to talk. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm bringing a little anger vibes to the mix, and that's not my intention. That's really not my intention. I just want to clear the air. So I looked up some stereotypes that people have about Puerto Ricans, and I'm here to talk about them. I'm gonna go through 5 of them and let you guys know how true they are or how false they are. And I'm gonna be honest, I wanna be fully honest. I think these are so funny, I really do. I'm reading them off my computer, so if I look down, then that's why I'm reading them. Not that I need to explain myself to you. I'm sorry about that, I'm sorry, I'm just so hyped up. I'm just so ready. Alright, stereotype number 1. Puerto Ricans are stoic and or fatalistic, except in matters of romantic or familial deceit. So I had to look up what stoic meant because I had no fucking clue. Just in case you also don't know, someone who is stoic is someone who endures pain a lot. So basically Puerto Ricans are good at enduring pain unless it's matters of romance or family. I mean, I don't think these are just Puerto Ricans. I think this is just... Did you guys see that? Anyway, I don't think this is just for Puerto Ricans. I think this is just in general. Like, I feel like we all try to put on a brave face, and then when we let our guard down for family or for someone special romantically and we get hurt, then obviously we're not gonna endure the pain as well. But sure, I'm sorry, I think I'm gonna burp. I just know myself. Stereotype number 2 says, Puerto Ricans want to be everyone's friend instead of enemy, except with those of Dominican, Cuban, or Mexican descent. This is actually so funny because one of the interesting things about me being half Puerto Rican, half Dominican is Puerto Ricans and Dominicans, like, they low-key hate each other. It's just a known thing that if you're Puerto Rican, like, you don't like Dominicans. If you're Dominican, you don't like Puerto Ricans. And it's such a, I don't even know the reason behind it, but it's so humorous to me because I'm half and half, so I'm loved by both either way, and I think it's bullshit. I love them both. So I can only really talk for Puerto Rican and Dominicans for this being true. But I don't know about Mexican. I love my Mexican people. I love my Cuban people. I don't think we have like bad blood with them as far as I know, but I definitely know that like Puerto Ricans and Dominicans are known for like not liking each other, and I don't know the reason behind it, but this one's definitely true. I feel like Puerto Ricans, at least, like, we really do see everybody as like a friend right away. But if you're a Puerto Rican and you're meeting a Dominican, then that might not be the case. But for me, it is. I'm half and half. Half my family's Puerto Rican, half my family's Dominican. So I have to love them both, you know? But yeah, this one's definitely true, and it gets me laughing every time because I just don't understand it. Like, I just think it's so stupid. But anyway, next stereotype. Puerto Ricans are not greatly bothered by ghetto African Americans. Okay, this is another thing I really noticed when I came to New York. In Puerto Rico, I mean, I'm speaking for my family because I don't know, I look white as fuck and I'm half Puerto Rican, half Dominican, so I'm speaking for my family. Your family may be fully like light skin or whatever. My family is like, some are pale as fuck, some are a little tan, and some are like dark. So growing up in like a mixed family like that, the Puerto Rican culture, and even in Dominican Republic, like, it just wasn't anything that was ever talked about, insinuated. We just genuinely do not care what you look like. Why do people really give a fuck what people look like because of their skin color? Like, that was one of the things that really, like, I was so confused by when I came here. We just genuinely do not care. We don't give a fuck, and it's really confusing why that's something that matters in New York. But I'm glad that so many things are coming to light, that we're able to realize that it is just as stupid as it sounds to judge someone by the color of their skin. Moving on. The fourth stereotype says that every Puerto Rican is either overweight or bone thin, no in between. I kind of gotta agree with this one. I don't know anybody in my family who is like an average build, and it's so crazy because I never realized it until I read that stereotype, and I was like trying to think of people to prove that stereotype wrong, and I was like, nah. I mean, I'm sure, like, don't get me wrong, like if you're bone thin or overweight and you work out to lose weight or do whatever, like I'm sure you can do it. I'm sure you can change your body. But naturally speaking, I totally see that because at least my family and everybody that I've known from Puerto Rico or that is Puerto Rican, they're literally either overweight or bone thin. Like there's no in between. And I don't know. It's a crazy thing. It's a crazy world we live in. The fifth and last stereotype is so funny to me because it's so true, especially for me. Puerto Ricans feel like they need to have a flag everywhere. Bro, okay, let me explain this to you because this one is so fucking true. So, personally, I feel, I've said this so many times, but I feel like I look white as fuck. And I feel like I need to prove my nationality and my ethnicity heavy. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna I have like a big ass Puerto Rican flag in my car. So when I drive by, people don't get confused. And that way they know right off the bat that I'm Puerto Rican. And I don't have to like roll down my window and be like, hey, I'm Puerto Rican, you know? I'm so proud and giddy to be Puerto Rican. I feel like everybody here is like, yeah, proud to be American, whatever. But like every Puerto Rican I've spotted in New York or anywhere else, like I've spotted because they have a big ass Puerto Rican tattoo or a big ass Puerto Rican flag on their car. I don't know. I definitely feel like this stereotype is true. Puerto Rico is just such a prideful island, and that is one of the many reasons why I love being from there. We're just one big little community. Like Puerto Rico is so tiny, but it's so big at the same time. We're just one big fucking family. Like if you're Puerto Rican, like I automatically love you. If you're Puerto Rican or Dominican or whatever, like I automatically consider you family. I automatically consider you my friend. And I need to get a new flag because mine's getting dirty. And I was thinking maybe I get a bigger one. Maybe like decal my whole car. Maybe get David Dobrik on my car and have him do like a whole Puerto Rican flag. I'm just kidding, I'm not there yet. But I will be. Those are all the stereotypes I have. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys want to see more videos like this, totally let me know because I feel like that would be very fun. If you have any questions or comments, make sure to leave them down below. Make sure to like, subscribe, push that notification bell, and stay tuned for the next video. Bye!